Okay, hello and welcome back to what I believe is session 6 of Trouble in Providence. Where we left off, three of you probably saw a very interesting news broadcast. Liam Spade has been exposed to be Joseph William Wright and is now working alongside the City of Providence Police Department. They are apparently ready to close in on the suspect of Jason Cole's murder. What are the three of your reactions to what you see on the television?
The first
a lot
thing.
of swearing.
Yeah, no, a lot of swearing. Aiko's like, son of a bitch! And she fucking gets up and she goes to her phone and she is immediately, like, group texting Angel and Marcy. Like, do you see this shit?
Yeah, Angel's basically doing the same thing. She probably calls the both of them in one of those like group calls. She's like, "Are you girls seeing this?"
Yeah, what the fuck? I think we should break into his office again.
Yeah, same here. What the fuck?
I want answers and I want them from the source, and if he does not give me them, I'm going to hold him at knife point.
Angel's gonna step in and she's gonna be like, okay, I agree. How about we all meet up at Liam's place really quick? Aiko, you said you know how to pick a lock, right? So we'll get in, not a problem. Let's not trash anything though this time because there might be some more stuff that we need that maybe we didn't destroy, and so we should keep it that way.
Yeah, no, I think this should be more stealthy if we're gonna do it, but if he shows up, it's over. It's game over. His throat is mine. I'm going to rip it out with my teeth.
Okay, alright. Calm down. Let's all just meet up at Liam's first. Alright? I will see you both there.
Alright.
Let's go. She's
Already on my way.
Yeah, she's fucking hanging up the phone and everything. She's like, She's so mad. She's so mad. She's so mad. She literally goes into her room and she takes out the knife that she usually carries and she sets it down. And she's like, I need something a little nicer. And she looks through her, like, little knife collection and picks out a new one. She wants something that is sharper.
It will still do the same damage. I will.
No, it will. But this is just a like flavor text. She picked like what she thinks would hurt the most, like something with like a serrated blade or some shit.
Good for her.
You're a loss. Okay,
Boss.
so y'all get to Liam's. Liam's car is not there, but there is a very, very nice looking sports car. It's all black, and it is parked just in front of the sidewalk.
Is there
That
any
ain't his.
Are there any identifying features? Anything interesting on the license plate, maybe?
Not right away.
No.
There does seem to be someone inside, though, but you would have to get a closer look.
I don't
Aiko.
want to take a closer look.
Aiko does. She's gonna storm right up.
Marcy's gonna back her up.
So,
And Angel's just gonna wait because if they come running and they suddenly need a getaway, she'll be at her car with her keys.
Good idea.
so in the driver's seat, you see Jared, and he is on the phone, and he looks rather upset, and he notices Aiko storming up to the car, and he gets out, and he hangs up the phone.
Now question,
Oh,
would she have recognized it as Jared's car?
She has probably not seen Jared's car yet, so
Okay.
They missed out
okay.
on their date.
Yeah. She sees that it's him and she immediately softens and so she goes from like looking like she's about to kill a man with her bare hands to like, OMG! Like it's like that vine of the guy who's like yelling into the phone and then he looks into the camera and he puts on the cutest little smile. Like, that's it. Aiko sees Jared and is like, oh my god, hi, hello, OMG, hi.
Jared looks very, very upset. And he says, he's like, hey, I saw the news. What happened? You found somebody?
I don't know because he kicked us off the case. He literally screwed us after everything we did for him, pretty much most of the work on the case. He also blew off a fucking hostage situation to go run to the police about this. I'm pissed.
Yeah, he basically fired us. We're just here to clear out our desk, and Marcy does air quotes.
And we're still working on the case, regardless of his approval or not.
Yeah, we're a little too deep in this to just give it up.
Jared looks like blindsided for a second. He blanks and he's like, wow, okay, that's a lot to take in.
Oh, I'm sorry, hon. Hey, why don't you, she, like, pats the hood of the car very gently, like, have a seat?
No, I don't think he's here, but yeah, and like he does take a seat. And he's going to look at Aiko and Marcy, and he's like, is there anything that you found that he hasn't?
We're not sure. We do know a couple things. One of which is a certain death might not be entirely on the table.
You mean
Word.
Joey's? And he's struggling with the word.
We have reason to believe that he might have lied or covered up about it. I'm not entirely sure.
We don't trust anything that guy told us anymore.
Yeah, including he gave us a location for dealing with the House of Cards business, but that's also really under suspicion considering he very shortly after blew us off the case entirely. The thing that we need to investigate right now, at least as soon as we're done here, is probably going to be going to Mr. Roberts' apartment.
Jared looks uncomfortable, but he nods. I think I should go with you.
Yeah, of course. But if at any point you need, like, a break or anything, you know?
Yeah. We don't know what we're gonna find there.
We also don't know what we're gonna find here.
And Jared looks toward the building. Yeah. Maybe
Yes,
we should
Angel.
come back later. Oh.
Angel was gonna say something.
I was gonna have Angel walk over now that she's realized it's just Jared, and she's like put her keys away, and she runs over, and she's like, "Oh my god, Jared, it's just you! Hi, how are you doing?"
He's trying to like find like the least awkward way to say that he's doing like terrible. He's just like, not good.
Oh, honey, and she like leans in and gives him a quick hug. She's like, "I'm
He
so
looks
sorry
uncomfortable.
about." It's okay. It's like a mom hug, you know. And she's just like, "I'm so sorry about the way that I told you about everything. That was a little mean. I'm sorry."
It's fine. Thanks.
Aiko is going to, while they're talking, approach the door and check to see if it's locked or not.
It is locked. There are no lights on inside, and matter of fact, the sign outside is now gone.
Oh shit.
Aiko's gonna try to pick the lock.
Marcy's gonna look in a window.
Jared's gonna look over, and he's gonna see what Aiko is doing, and he's gonna like panic a little bit, and he's like, "Wait, isn't this like private property?"
He invited us before.
I mean, yeah, but I don't think that's how it works. This seems really illegal.
I got 2
You a
sixes.
Angel's gonna give him a little shush, and she's gonna be like, "It's okay. Sometimes you have to do illegal things for the right reasons."
I don't get it. He's panicking. He is wondering if this is making him an accomplice, like on the spot.
Marcy like glances over at him. What are you, a cop?
No,
Do you see any
No, I'm
cops
a-
around?
there aren't any cops on this side of town.
Exactly.
Exactly. Then we're fine.
This doesn't feel fine.
Aiko opens the door.
Angel's just
Right.
gonna look at Jared and be like, "Well, you don't have to be here. Then you can go. You know."
If
But
anyone asks, you left before we started any of this.
Aiko's gonna look over at him and be like, I know it's a little scary to have to do something like this, but considering how much Liam has hidden from all of us about this case, and the fact that there's the possibility that he outright lied about what happened to Mr. Roberts, I think looking at things in here is worth a shot, given he won't let them out of his own mouth.
roll for, let's see. Roll for connect.
Who?
Aiko.
Oh, okay.
Yay, I win!
Jared still looks really nervous, and he's like looking around, but he's like, okay. And he is going to also walk inside.
OMG. So let's look around. How does it look?
Barren.
Is the wreckage of the TV still there?
Nope. Everything has been cleaned out. The filing cabinets are still there because they're kind of like bolted to the floor. But like the desks, the couches, the coffee table, even the water dispenser, they are gone.
Oh shit.
Well, Angel looks upset, and she just immediately walks in, looks around, and goes, "Well, those goddamn bastards."
Man, that coward sure wasted no time getting the hell out of Dodge.
He knew we'd be coming.
Yeah.
She's gonna go over to the filing cabinets and open them just to be sure that they're empty.
They are empty.
Marcy's gonna check out the back office.
The back office, it is in the same state.
Absolutely nothing there?
Not much.
Hey, Jared, I have a question.
Jared is also looking around. He's like peeking in some of the filing cabinets. As nervous as it makes him, he's like, "Oh, yes."
You're the CEO now.
Unfortunately,
That gives you a lot of sway. How much sway do you think Monarch has over the police department?
I don't like where this is going. I mean, that was more Jason that had sway, not Mr. Cole.
Sorry.
He was.
It's a little grim. I just... If there's any way that we can screw over that bastard, it would probably help us.
Mr. Cole
Right.
was really good at telling people what to do. I'm just good at numbers.
You can tell people what to do.
Eh,
Come on, you can be assertive.
I don't think I can.
You can.
Marcy
Look
has
at you.
wandered
You're
back
so
out.
smart and you're so talented and now you're in a really cool position of power. Of course you could tell people what to do.
I mean, I can, but I don't think I could.
Yeah, that's fair. If it's not you, it's not you. But I think you should have a little confidence.
I get that a lot.
It's because people see that you're worthy of having confidence in yourself.
One of the warehouse workers would just say that it's because I'm a pussy.
I think I know which one.
Jared nods.
Well, Angel's gonna walk
Everybody
back
knows.
over.
Marcy also has wandered back over by now.
And Angel's gonna say, well, there's obviously nothing here, so we may as well just get the hell out of here before any cop does decide to show up, just in case. We have better places to be. And she looks at Jared and she's like, we're going over to Joey's apartment. I don't know if they already told you. I'm not sure if you even want to come. But if you don't want to do anything more illegal than breaking and entering, I don't know.
I mean,
Are you joining?
Wouldn't we be breaking into Joey's apartment?
That's what I
Probably.
mean. Anything more illegal than breaking and entering. But I don't know what's going to happen after that. We don't know if anybody's moved in. We don't know if anybody is cleaning house. We have not a clue.
I'm gonna take a little bit more of a look around here, but I'll meet you three there.
All right.
Be safe.
Of course.
Are we not?
We'll do our best.
I'll keep them in line. She's being playful with it.
Funny, I thought that was Angel's job.
What?
That-
I'm in line.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Right now you are.
What? I'm in line.
Yeah, only because your little boy was here. Let's go anyway.
Yeah, come on.
She huffs, but she does wave goodbye to Jared and follow you guys.
Jared waves very shyly goodbye, and in his head he's like, "Oh boy." Like, huh?
Huh? What?
Okay. So, y'all are already downtown. It is but a short drive to the address that Lillian gave you. And it wasn't really quite an address as it was the tallest apartment buildings in the downtown area, but that is kind of hard to miss.
Second floor, room 6 is the exact location we need to get to.
Mm-hmm.
When they drive up and park and everything and go up to it, Aiko's just gonna look at the others and basically go, shit. Do we have to wait for Jared? I don't think he knows what floor or room number.
Angel's gonna sigh and be like, well, I don't want to wait for Jared. I want to get in there now.
Don't you
Yeah,
have his
Jared can
number?
text. Yeah, no, he can text me. We can call. Okay. So, who wants to lead the way?
I guess I will. And Angel is just heading inside and says, fuck it, and goes to the elevator, I guess, if there is one. If there's not one, then up the stairs.
Yep, it is all stairs.
Up the
Also-
stairs, then.
I didn't feel like opening my art app, so y'all get a very shitty hand-drawn diagram of the very basic layout of Joey's apartment.
Oh boy, I
It's-
love shitty hand-drawn diagrams.
It's gonna suck a little.
That's okay,
Good.
bestie.
Yeah. Okay. So,
This poor man.
so y'all are at the door of Joey's apartment. You do not know what is going to be inside. It might be something terrible.
Well, I guess Angel's gonna check and see if it's locked first, and then if it is, she's gonna motion to Aiko.
It is indeed locked.
Angel
Well.
doesn't Angel also have lockpicks?
Nope.
Oh, I thought
She
could pick
only has her charming skills to get into places, and then Aiko to pick locks and Marcy to bust them open if need be.
I
So,
forgot Aiko was the lockpicking one.
yeah.
Got that mixed up. Continue. Sorry.
That's a C, Connie. It's a C. Oh, leave me alone.
Louch.
Okay.
Louch.
Leave me alone. My handwriting sucks. I have poor penmanship. Leave me alone. Okay.
I lockpick the door.
So, you open the door, and you are greeted to the sight of a kitchen. And to the right is a dining room, and ahead is the living room. Right off the bat, one thing strikes you all as strange. Though Joey, there was the claim that he had committed suicide, there is no evidence of that whatsoever. Dragon, stop. This is a serious moment. There are no bloodstains. There's no evidence of a body. There are no bullet holes in any of the walls from what you can see at the moment. Something does seem to smell, though, and it is coming from the kitchen.
Hmm.
Honestly, I don't think Angel's gonna think too much of that. She's going to think maybe it got cleaned up or he did it elsewhere.
Yeah, Aiko's first thought would have been the bathroom.
Or he didn't use a gun.
True.
Marcy would like to investigate the kitchen.
Okay, so Aiko is taking the bathroom, Marcy is taking the kitchen.
I guess
Angel.
I'll take the bedroom.
I will say this right now. You open what seems to be the bedroom, and there's nothing in there.
Okay,
Nothing
well then I'm
whatsoever.
taking the louch.
The living room. Great. Okay.
Sorry. I'll go check out
Marcy.
the living room.
So there is the fridge, and there is a trash can that is near the fridge, and there are the kitchen drawers, and I'm going to have you roll for perceive.
Oh boy. I'm not very good at that.
Shit,
Oh,
should I
wait,
just
never
give you
mind.
this?
I have a... No, never mind. I'm a little better at it than I thought. I thought that was one of the really low ones, but that's like my only good mind skill.
Perfect. So you notice that one of the drawers is slightly ajar, slightly open.
Oh boy. I open the drawer. Or Mercy opens the drawer.
So inside, you see a gun. And it is not just any gun. It is, to those who would know their guns, and I assume Marcy might, it is a Beretta. And it looks very, very expensive. It has very shiny plating. It has like custom engravings on it. And it has a name on it, engraved.
Oh.
It says Cole.
Oh shit. I think, barring anything else of immediate interest in the kitchen, she will probably call the others over, but if you want to do their investigations first, because I'd imagine they're concurrent.
Are you sure you don't want to explore anything else? There is the fridge, there's the trash can, but we can just move to the others if you want to.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I do, but it kind of feels like the gun overshadows everything else.
Okay.
Um, we could say I probably should, just to be thorough. Is there anything in the fridge or the trash can?
Which do you want to examine first?
The trash probably, because it's open. I'm imagining.
Okay. Well,
maybe there's a lid on it.
It does not have a lid.
Yeah.
You notice a pack of cigarettes inside, along with.
Like a full pack.
Well, not a pack. Like it's an empty carton, and along with it, there's like ramen noodle wrappers. There's like wrappers from like single slices of cheese. But there is an empty carton of cigarettes.
Are they Pall Malls?
They're Pall Malls.
Of course. Does this stuff look like fresh?
No.
No,
No, it doesn't.
It's been there a while.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it would be hard to tell because it's all like paper goods.
Yeah.
All right. I check the fridge next.
Okay, you check the fridge and you find out what that weird smell is. It is about half a gallon of milk that is like 2 or 3 weeks expired.
I shut the fridge.
And you also notice that when you open the fridge, the light did not turn on. So it seems like there is no power in the apartment. Anticlimactic milk, yes.
Alright. Is there anything else interesting?
Not that you can immediately see, no.
Alright, then I guess we will pick up Marcy again when we cut to her calling out to the others.
Okay. Angel. You are in the living room. So you notice that there is... God damn it. Okay. Knowing what some of y'all know, don't take this the wrong way. It appears to be a very old, well-loved couch. Shut up. Everybody shut up. Everybody
No, it's
shut
okay.
up.
Angel,
Nobody laugh.
It's okay. Angel's gonna look at it and yes, he does. Angel's gonna look at it and just be like, looks like he slept on this a lot.
I'm so sorry you had to find out like this, Connie.
No, it's okay.
Okay, you also notice that there are a few beer bottles around the couch. And not just beer bottles, just like really cheap bottles of like booze overall of various sorts. He did seem to have an affinity for beer though. Not an affinity, a taste for beer.
Alcoholic who slept on his couch. Got it.
Roll for perceive.
Okay, wait, hang on. I gotta check my thing. Oh my god.
Oh wow. Okay.
My eyes
Great.
are wide the fuck open.
You don't miss shit. You don't miss shit.
Slouch.
You see every suspicious stain on that couch. And you notice something that is slightly poking out from between the cushions.
Oh no, it's a dilt.
It's not a dildo.
I drew that once.
You did.
Sorry, anyway. So, okay, well, Angel's gonna reach forward and just grab whatever the fuck it is sticking out of the couch. She's gonna hesitate for a second because, ew, whatever the fuck this is, ew, but she's gonna grab it.
It is a small composition notebook.
Oh. She's gonna snoop.
So right off the bat, a piece of paper falls out. Do you pick up the piece of paper?
Of course, we have the nosiest bitch alive in this room snooping. Yes, of course. If not for Aiko being in the room whenever she pulled out Jared's documents, she would have read them.
So this paper it appears to be very, very old. Like at least a decade or more. It's a little crinkled, it's a little yellow around the edges. But it is a drawing. And it is a drawing of someone thin with very long hair, very long light hair.
Huh.
Long light hair, Connie. Sorry.
Angel's gonna check over the paper, see if there's any, like, name written down on it or anything.
There is, or at least there was something written on the back, but over time it has just been smudged and you can't really read it.
She's gonna set it in the notebook, and then continue flipping through it. Like, she's got it there, so that way if she needs it, she has it, but she'll just continue to flip for a minute.
Okay. So, Ruvik, I'm about to send you what Angel finds, and it is completely up to you whether you would like to read it aloud to the other player characters once you all come together with what you find.
Okay.
Okay. So while you read that, Aiko, you are in the bathroom. So where do you look first? Though I will say there is a sticky note on the mirror if you want to read that first. Otherwise, there's like you can look like in the mirror cabinet or the trash can.
She's gonna read the sticky note first, just to see what it says.
It says, "Meet Dr. Gunther at 3." I'm going to have you roll for Streetwise. Let's have you roll for Streetwise.
Oh, that's one of my best stats. Let's see. Yes, okay. Oh, I'm gonna die, actually.
You will still be able to bring it up to your party members so that they will have a chance of rolling as well.
Okay.
So,
But she's just gonna make note of Dr. Gunther as a name and then start looking in cabinets and in the trash, like looking for anything that could prove suicide, like maybe an empty pill bottle or an old razor or something.
you don't find a whole lot. You find more empty bottles, and you also find an eviction notice in the trash can.
She looks sad about it. Like, oh, this poor man. She's gonna peek at the, like, bathtub or shower area, too.
It is a little dirty, but there's no sign of any blood.
She's trying to rack her brain about if Liam told them a method of suicide, or if he just left it as vague as suicide.
It was vague as fuck about the entirety of Joey's death.
Yeah, he just said it was suicide.
He wouldn't even tell us when it happened.
Aiko's gonna think. And she might be formulating an idea in her head, but she's gonna hold on to it. Is there anything else in the bathroom worth looking at?
Not particularly. No.
Okay. She's gonna walk back out.
This be a good point for Marcy to be like, "Hey, I found a gun."
It would be a good time for Marcy to say, "Hey, I found a gun."
Well, an angel is rushing right over there, and she's like, "Do you think it's what he used?" She doesn't even think about what she's asking. She's just like, "Do you think it is the weapon?"
It's a weapon. It's got a very important name on it. And she like leads her over to the drawer.
Aiko's peeking.
She doesn't want her fingerprints on the gun.
So, Aiko, Angel, you
Actually, that
both.
might not be something to worry about. Whatever. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. You both also see a very, very expensive looking burrito with like a very fancy gold plating on it, engravings, and the name Cole. Yes, she would. That was Jason's gun.
Well, then she just says that, and she's like, "What the fuck is Jason's gun doing here? I recognize this thing."
It was tucked away in this drawer, apparently. We know the men knew each other, but do you think Jason would leave his gun here?
The drawer was
Not-
kind of conspicuously half open.
Maybe it was thrown in there and just
Maybe
left
someone was
there.
planting evidence.
Planting evidence. She looks at Marcy. You could be right. I don't think this is what he used. If he had used it, it would have left a lot of evidence here. Evidence that no amount of trying to wash the stains out would probably manage. You'd have to paint over that shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, I found some stains, but I don't think they were from blood.
And the apartment sure doesn't smell like fresh paint. Or like sour milk and depression.
Oh.
Alcohol a little bit.
That's part of the depression, baby.
Yeah. Aiko's gonna think, and she's just, Did you find anything, Angel?
She's gonna pull out the notepad, and she's gonna kind of flop it in the air, and she's gonna say, "Well, I found his journal. I'm assuming that's what this is. He wrote." She's gonna open it up.
If you're flopping the notebook around, that photo, or not the photo, the drawing is gonna fall out again.
Well, she's just like, she's not really flopping it around like you would, like,
let it flop
violently. She's kind of like wiggling it in the air a little bit to show that she found it. God damn. God damn. She's gonna like open it back up, and she will show them the drawing, and she'll be like, "I don't know what this is. Apparently he or somebody he knew was an artist." And she's gonna flip through. She's gonna be like, "He talked about how some Dr. Gunther guy was telling him to, make notes and write his feelings." I'm assuming it's a therapist.
Yeah, I saw a note about Dr. Gunther in the bathroom.
Okay. Marcy and Angel roll for Streetwise.
Oh, fuck me. Okay, wait, hang on.
Remember what I have for Streetwise. That is a 4. It would be funny if the person with the lowest score was the only one with the success.
You're shitting me.
Right!
Look at that!
You're shitting me! That's, oh my god. Okay. Marcy. You, of all people, know exactly who Dr. Gunther is because Nastasia has told you about him.
I got a 23!
You didn't get any 6s.
Oh, fuck.
Dr. Gunther is hailed as one of the most brilliant psychologists in the country, if not the world, and he is also Nastasia's older brother.
Oh shit. Marcy. Here's the name Dr. Gunther and Gunther or Gunter?
Gunther.
Gunter. And she like perks up a bit. Oh shit. That guy, that's Nastasia's brother.
Shit, we really are gonna have to call in a favor from that bitch, aren't we?
I don't know about that. We could probably find his office information online or something. He's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, but if he's a big deal, that means he's probably busy. We'd need someone to get us in fast.
Mm.
And Angel's gonna close her notebook up and she's gonna be like, well, what if there were next of kin maybe trying to get a hold of some records for a certain father of his that's gone missing and he just needs a little bit of, we're gonna use Jared. I don't want to call that bitch.
I don't think we
What
should
if-
be using Jared.
Oh,
And I don't
come
like you
on.
saying using. That's not nice. He's grieving right now. You do know
Mhm.
that, right?
Well, I don't
I'm going to actually interrupt this. Y'all hear the door opening, and wouldn't you know it, it is the CEO of Monarch Enterprises in question.
Angel's gonna look at him and immediately be like, hey, do you know the Dr. Gunther man? You're anxious enough. You seem like you would go to a therapist.
Excuse me?
Oh my
To
god, don't
him?
bombard him immediately. Jesus. She's gonna go over to Jared, like,
It's
hi,
a little
welcome.
offended.
Yeah. It's like, hi, I'm sorry. Do you want to sit? We can show you what we found.
Jared looks at... What's up?
Nothing.
Okay. Jared looks at the condition of the apartment, and he's like, no, thank you. I'm sorry, you mentioned Dr. Gunther?
Yes, as it turns out, Joey was going to see him.
Oh, Dr. Gunther is also my therapist.
I guess that makes it easy for us to, get in and talk to him then. If you don't mind, we might be able to find out some stuff about him from Dr. Gunter. Obviously, it would be breaching patient doctor confidentiality, probably, but if we give him the information regarding the whole up in the airness of this, I think he'd be willing to cooperate, right?
Does doctor-patient confidentiality still apply after someone's dead?
Well, that's
Yes.
the problem. We don't know.
Mm.
And yeah, we can go there now, even, I mean,
There was one other thing.
yes?
She is going to very gently take him by the hand and lead him over to the drawer with the gun in it.
Jared, for a second, just, like, his face falls, and it seems like a lot of pain that he's been, like, pushing down just, like, rises to the surface for 1 second. And he collects himself, and he sighs, and he picks it up, and he holds it very, very gently. And then he frowns. How did this get here?
I don't know. I was hoping maybe you had any idea why Jason would leave his gun here, or why it would be here?
No, he would never. He once told me that he practically slept with the thing.
Aiko gives Angel a look.
And Angel's like, yeah, he slept with a lot of things.
Angel!
Jared. Yeah, Jared actually like looks up and he looks upset. He's like, "Excuse me?"
And Angel just looks at him and she's like, oh, come on. We don't have to get
kinda-
into this fully right now. Am I not a joke? Jeez.
I would personally rather that you didn't. No. Please. He's trying to be assertive.
Aw.
And
right.
Angel will just go, yeah, and she's continuing to just kind of look at the notebook.
Marcy kind of like Marcy fighting back the urge to go, hey, good job, Squirt.
Well, I guess that means Dr. Gunther is our next stop. But there was something else.
There was.
Well, not here, but I had an idea.
Okay.
I know and am friends with someone who really cared about Joey Roberts. Someone with a lot of influence. Someone who might be better at finding information on the side while we're at work here, or I don't know. He just has enough power that I think maybe we could get his help through something.
Mr. Gallagher.
And he does know Spade. He could get in contact with him.
Jared nods. He already knows fully well who Aiko's talking about. Yeah.
I could call in a favor. Tell him the situation. I'm sure he'd be thrilled to know that there's even a sliver of a chance that Joey could be alive.
No need. I'm already familiar with Mr. Gallagher. Mr. Cole would take me over to the club sometimes.
Oh, it's so nice there. We should go there sometime. Just us.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I've got friends there. Mr. Gallagher really likes me.
There's one thing I don't really understand.
What is it?
Jason, he never parted with this. How did... Seems like with every question I want to ask, it's like just two more pop up. Like, if Joey, if he took it from Jason, then why didn't Jason use it? And then if Mr. Spade got a hold of it, how did... This is all really confusing.
It is. But we're gonna have to find answers at some point. Even if I have to beat the snot out of Spade to get them.
That's the spirit.
I'm gonna pretend like I didn't do that. He doesn't want to be an accomplice.
Jared, I'm sorry, but this is not the group to hang with if you don't want to be involved in slightly illegal goings on. That was out of character, by the way.
I see.
But I could have Marcy say that in character.
I mean, you could, yeah.
I mean, if you don't, Angel might.
Yeah, she's been thinking it. She sees Jared get squeamish, and she's like, "Listen, man, this isn't exactly the group to roll with if you're gonna be squeamish about the law all the time."
Well, oh, yes?
Only reason we have to keep going behind the back of the law is because the law has every reason to fudge the truth about this. Especially considering Spade is involved now.
Yeah.
That fucking pig.
Then maybe I should be involved.
Help would be pretty useful. I mean, you are the head of the biggest corporation in Providence.
Well, it's more like worldwide, but
Yeah.
that sounded pretentious. I'm sorry.
No, be pretentious. You've got a lot of money and a lot of power.
I'm still getting used to that.
Hey, it's good that you're not letting it go to your head right away, but you have resources. Don't be afraid to use them.
Right. Speaking of resources, maybe we should get to Dr. Gunther's.
Yeah. You'd know the way, so can we follow you?
Oh, of course. And he is going to lead the way.
Yeah.
So, it is actually a hell of a drive because y'all are going to Uptown Providence. Not just Uptown Providence, but the medical district. That is where Axon Psychiatrics is located. And Jared is going to get out of his car and he is going to wait for y'all.
Well, Aiko's gonna step out first, because she's always immediately like, OMG, I want to be at Jared's side immediately, so she's going to rush
Honestly,
over to
I'd be
Jared.
surprised if she didn't ride with him.
Then she'd have to leave her car. So
Okay, fair
she
point.
does follow, but she just immediately, as soon as she can, get as close to Jared again, like, hi.
Hi.
Marcy's
She gives him a
probably
smile.
Oh.
Jared, he smiles back, and it's not much of a smile, but it is something.
Hey, come on. We're gonna get answers.
Yeah. So, I assume Marcy and Angel have left their vehicles by now.
Yeah.
Yep.
He is going to look to them, and he's going to say, Dr. Guter's floor is second from the top, the ninth floor. I'm gonna hang back for a second. Aiko, can I speak to you?
Oh, yes, sure thing. You guys can go in?
You think they'll let us through to see him? Or are we gonna be waiting on you once we get up there?
Just wait, please.
Sure thing.
Thank you. And he is going to turn to Aiko, and he's gonna need a minute to get his words together, and he's obviously struggling a little. He's just Aiko, I wanted to apologize.
What for?
I mean, this is just really complicated, and I guess I feel bad that I've been roped into it. And I'm Not more than that, but it's related. I'm sorry that I'll be to cancel.
Oh, silly, it's okay. You were going through it. Your health takes priority over a silly date. We can always reschedule one of those. And I'm not roped into this. Well, I was at first, but not by you. But now, technically speaking, I'm off the case in Liam's eyes. I don't have to be doing this, but I want to. This means a lot to me, and it means a lot to you too, which makes it mean even more to me. You deserve some peace of mind, and we, after all the hard work we've done, deserve some goddamn answers. You don't have to apologize for anything.
No, but I do feel like I should thank you.
Aw, well, you're welcome. Always.
Maybe the next time we reschedule, I could take you somewhere nicer than what we had planned.
Somewhere nice?
Yeah, there's a steakhouse, on the east side. I've only been there once or twice, but it's really nice.
That's so fancy. And she looks like her eyes are lighting up.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh, I'd get to bring out one of my really pretty dresses. That sounds so nice.
I already can. So while Aiko and Jared are being straight, Marcy and Angel, I assume y'all have been in the elevator during this time, going up to the 9th floor.
Cue awkward elevator conversation.
Y'all don't have to have an awkward elevator conversation. But when the doors open, you are greeted with the sight of a waiting room. And right away, you see someone stand up. And when they stand up, it's obvious because they're pretty fucking tall. And you hear, "Aw, what the fuck?" It's Nastasia.
Fucking Nastasia, of course it is.
It is Nastasia. And Titus
Gross.
is still seated. He's reading like a fucking Avon magazine. But he is looking up.
I go to sit next to Titus. She could deal with
Nastasia,
she could deal with
Sorry.
Nastasia. I want to sit next to Titus.
Nastasia looks just a little banged up. She's got like some bandages around her neck, and she looks really, really more awkward than she is pissed, but she is pissed. She looks at Marcy. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Oh god. Give me a second. This was a jump scare.
Oh, jump scare.
Nastasia jump scare. Marcy glares at her. She's like, "It's none of your fucking business." That's it. I could say the same thing.
Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
She's like, she's going to be a little stupid. What the fuck are you doing here?
Seeing my fucking brother. I need to pick up a fucking prescription.
You get therapy from your family?
He's not. I mean, yeah, she's like, she kind of like caught herself because she did say her brother. Fuck. What the fuck's it matter to you?
It doesn't. What the fuck does my being here matter to you?
It doesn't.
Then I guess we don't have anything else to say.
I guess not.
Bounce off to sit down.
I'm going to be funny, and I'm going to say that now that Angel has taken the seat that Anastasia was sitting in, the only seat left for Anastasia to sit in is next to Marcy.
Oh my god.
She's pissed, but she also doesn't just want to like stand around, so she like sits down, like she crosses her arms, she looks away, and she's in a fucking huff.
Marcy, like, glares at her as she sits down, but she just looks away and crosses her arms also. Also a huff.
Anastasia starts like mumbling. She's like, "It is my fucking business with my fucking brother."
I hope she asks for her bat back.
You know what? Actually, yeah, she's gonna bring that up. Like she takes a minute, and then she pauses, and then she looks back, and she's like, "What the fuck did you do to my bat?"
I think you mean my bat now.
Your bat? Okay, well, how about I shove your bat up your fucking cunt, you bitch?
Oh, just try it. I'll shove my foot up your ass.
Okay, and I'll shove both my feet up your ass.
God, I can't do this without laughing.
It's okay. I'm like silently giggling. I'm trying so hard to keep it together.
God. Marcy's like, you can shove as much as you want up my ass. You're not getting your fucking bat back.
Yeah, Nastasia stands up and she's like, "Oh, so you want to take this outside, bitch?"
Angel's gonna be like, hey, guys! Yoo-hoo! Do you remember where we are?
Nastasia does seem to remember where she is, and she sits back down in a huff again, and she looks away again, and she crosses her arms.
Marcy also sits down and crosses her arms.
Oh, Angel, you have been sitting next to Titus this whole time. How's that going for you, bestie?
I'm looking directly at him. She's just seeing what he's reading. You know, just chilling.
Titus is the only reading material nearby is like a fucking Avon magazine, so like he's flipping through that. He doesn't really seem to be reading it as much as he is just like thumbing through it.
Well, then the Angel's... Oh, God. Angel's gonna try to strike up a conversation with him. If the two idiots over there want to be awkward, then she's gonna try and break the silence. She's gonna look at Titus and give him a little wave and be like, so, how did you get tangled up in the, Monarch Enterprises?
Titus, he like sets the magazine down in his lap as he thinks, and he signs, Asia told me to join, so I did. It's got good benefits.
Oh. Well, that's nice. Do you enjoy it? What do you do?
He thinks about that again, and he's like, I move things from place to place, stack, drive things around sometimes. It's not very hard.
Angel's gonna giggle and be like, no, it doesn't seem like it would be that hard for a big, strong guy like you.
That takes Titus. That takes Titus by surprise, and he does seem to be like a little bashful, and he signs thank you.
And Angel's
He's
gonna be smiling at him and be like, of course.
He looks over at Marcy and back at Angel, and he signs, "How did you get roped in with her and the other?"
She's gonna sigh and she's gonna be like, well, it is a really long story, but just to summarize it, we're doing a little bit of an investigation. The guy kind of blackmailed me into doing this because I used to date Jason and I was apparently suspected for his murder, which was really weird because I don't like to murder. So, but apparently I was a suspect. So I kind of got roped into all of this. And now I'm just trying to go from there.
Titus nods, and he signs, "That's a lot. I'm sorry."
She just shrugged. She's like, I've done weirder than investigate my ex-boyfriend's murder.
Titus looks intrigued, and he signs, "Do tell." And I'm actually going to basically just be like, I'll let y'all like have that conversation. Jared and Aiko. Aiko, you and Jared have finished your conversation and you have made your way to the 9th floor. And you are greeted with Angel laying the moves on Titus and Marcy and Nastasia hating each other.
Oh, Aiko sees Nastasia, and her smile turns, like, from very sweet as she was looking at Jared to when she looks at Nastasia. That smile turns, like, venomous. Like, it is a smile that is thinly concealing a seething anger. Like, oh,
Murderous intent.
literally.
Nastasia hears, like, she hears the door and she looks over and she immediately looks back and, like, she kind of, like, holds her hand, like, over her eyes. She's like, oh my god.
Does Aiko have any bruises or anything from when Nastasia was beating the fuck out of her?
Yeah. She could even pull her collar aside and show him.
Yeah, Jared notices and he's like, oh my god, what happened?
She did, and he's gonna point at Nastasia. She's gonna point at Nastasia.
Jared is going to look, and his expression also falls. Like, he looks terrified.
Yeah, she also, kidnapped someone, but that's neither here nor there. I guess she didn't want to press charges. Aiko's gonna step into the room.
Nastasia looks uncomfortable, and she looks kind of pissed. like to her, it's like, why is this bitch airing out my dirty laundry when it's, like, because you kidnapped somebody?
Yeah, like, bitch. But, Aiko is going to take a deep breath and then smile at Angel and be like, so, are we waiting for Dr. Gunter?
Oh, yes, we are. I don't know where he is, actually. We didn't really get around to mentioning that. We've just had a couple of conversations while we were waiting for you two.
Must have been
Jared did ask us to wait.
Yeah, very eventful conversations, I'd presume, and she is glancing back at Nastasia and Marcy.
Nastasia wants to, like, disappear. She is, like, sinking into her seat. She hates everything about this.
Aiko keeps her eyes directly on Nastasia the whole time, like, what did you talk about?
Nastasia grumbles something, but it is, like, incoherent.
You're lucky I didn't have to go to a hospital. I could have pressed charges, you know.
Nastasia is about to snark off with something, but the door that is not the one that y'all came out of opens, and from it walks a very, very small man. Very small, very short, very chubby, very cute. He has glasses on and a stupid little bow tie and a cute sweater. And he actually looks toward Nastasia, and he says very professionally, Miss Axon. This is presumably Dr. Gunther.
Hmm.
Aiko smiles, like, "Oh, you must be Dr. Gunther."
And he looks toward Aiko, and he smiles, and it is a smile that immediately just puts you at ease. It is a very warm, open, genuine smile. And he says, "Why, yes, I am. I presume you know me?"
Vaguely, I've heard of you. One thing, and she's gonna look at Anastasia. Did you tell your brother about this? And she's gonna pull back the collar again to show the bruise.
Gunther, that smile falls, and he looks very genuinely worried.
I go
And he says,
being a petty bitch.
"Oh, you're her. I see. I am deeply, very, very sorry for my siblings' behavior."
It's okay. I'm being a little petty about it, but that's mostly because other people seem more sorry about it than she does. Still, I appreciate the sentiment.
Well, is there anything I can help you with?
A couple
And
ways.
Jared is actually going to speak up, and he says, "I'm really sorry about this, Dr. Gunther. They need to speak to you about an old client." And Gunther responds, "Well, it depends on what you would like to know."
Aiko's gonna pause and she's gonna look at Anastasia and just be like, "You should take your prescription and go. This is private conversation material."
And Anastasia looks at Aiko and she's like, "A private conversation in the middle of a waiting room. Right." And she's going to look at Dr. Gunther. She's like, "Can I just have my script?" And Gunther already has it ready. He actually already has the script on a notepad. He tears it off, gives it to her, and she takes it. It looks like she's about to snatch it, but she takes it a little gentler, and she's leaving. And she's taking Titus with her. But Titus does look back at Angel, and he does do like a little smile and a wave.
And Angel does the same back to him.
Gunther is going to look at y'all, and then he's going to look at his watch. "Well, I'm on lunch for the next hour. If you'd like to join me in my office, I can spare a little time for you."
Thank you very much. We're sorry to interrupt your lunchtime.
Angel's gonna
Oh, no.
jump up and be like, "Do you want me to buy you some lunch or anything? You know, as an apology?"
Oh no, I bring my lunches from home, but thank you. And he opens the door for y'all and lets you right in. And he does have to go down a hallway first, but he does let you into his office. And it is a actually very nice office. It's very clean. But it's got like some homey touches. Like he has a few diplomas hanging up on a wall. He has what is like very obviously like toys for children or like people who need to stim. Um, there are some pillows on like a very nice couch. It's nice.
Hmm.
Aiko is sitting and she kicks her feet a little bit. She's just like, This is so pleasant.
Marcy
Jared
heads
is.
over.
Oh, no,
Marcy,
go ahead.
Marcy heads over and flops down on the couch.
Jared was going to sit next to Aiko, but seeing as that seat is now taken, he's going to take one of the stim toys that Gunther has on the coffee table, and he's going to sit down on one of the chairs.
No!
Sorry, Jared.
Aiko looks at Marcy, and it is a look that says, "Get up!"
Marcy is oblivious.
Aiko looks heartbroken. She's gonna fucking explode and cry.
This poor girl.
Angel, there is a seat next to Jared.
Angel's actually going to head over to Dr. Gunther's desk and kind of do one of those casual side leans on it so she can talk to him. You know the ones.
That does take Gunther a little bit by surprise, but he's just like, oh, make yourself comfortable.
Aiko stands, and she's like, "I can tell that you want the whole couch," to Marcy. And she goes over to sit next to Jared.
Gunther is going to see this, and he's just going to kind of chuckle a little bit, very good naturedly. It's just like, well, this is a whole game of musical chairs, isn't it?
She smiles
Marcy.
at him, and it is the smile of a woman who is about to snap if you say anything else.
Marcy just makes herself comfortable.
Angel's gonna giggle and be like, "Yep, we do love our musical chairs here, but unfortunately we don't have a lot of time to play, so we just need to talk to you about some stuff."
Well, as I told you, there is only so much I can say in terms of doctor-patient confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
I do, but
Alright.
I do want to give some context that might... I don't know if there's anything that could ever encourage a breach of it, and I don't want to pressure you, but we're looking into a case of whether or not someone is dead. Someone who was reported dead to us, but that we have seen no proof of actual death. It's very up in the air, and we're looking for any evidence we can find to prove whether he is alive or dead.
I see. May I see some ID? Any credentials?
Angel's gonna pull out her ID, at least.
Gunther is going to look, and he's going to chuckle, and he's like, I apologize, I should have been more clear. I mean a badge of sorts.
Oh.
What kind of a badge?
Aiko holds her hand up a little bit sorry, we were hired, so to speak, more like blackmailed into helping a freelance detective look into the case of Montgomery Cole's death, and it has led us to this line of thought, and he never gave us anything official. He just sent us on our way to do our work, basically. So we don't have any official credentials, and I'm sorry to say that. And if you can't help us without them, then I guess those pigs get the one up on us this time, and she is going to stand.
Didn't we have an angle where Jared is related to the guy we're trying to ask about?
Yeah, I was actually about to have Jared stand up and mention that.
Then go, Jared.
Yeah, Jared does get up in a bit of a panic. He's like, it's the questionably deceased in question. They're related to me. And Gunther looks at Jared and he kind of gives the others a glance, and he leans in a little and he's like, Jared, is this about your... And Jared shakes his head. He's like, no, not that. It's my father. Um, yeah. And Gunther nods. Jared, I would like for us to talk about this privately during your next appointment. What is you said questionably deceased? What is their name?
Joey Roberts? Angel's gonna pipe up. She's gonna be like, we kind of got some leads that kind of led us from him to you. So, Joey Roberts.
Gunther immediately nods, like he recognizes that name. I can tell you anything you need to know. Joey was not exactly a patient of mine. It was a little off the books.
Oh, thank God. And she's gonna sit down again, like, oh, thank God.
And Jared will sit back down next to her.
I know that you would have reason not to tell us if we didn't have official credentials, and this was someone in your books, and I don't blame you for that, but oh my God, this is a relief.
I think it's safe to assume that this is probably the best break you've had in a while.
Something like that.
See. Well, I'll do everything I can to help.
What was he coming to see you for, if you don't mind me asking that to start?
Really, a variety of things. Very deep and complex post-traumatic stress disorder, for one, anxiety, alcoholism, undiagnosed and untreated ADHD, really a number of things. I couldn't prescribe him anything with everything being off the books, but I did as much as I could.
The last time you saw him, was anything off?
Very. He came to me in a state of fright.
Fright.
Fright. His speech was erratic, to say the slightest. It was rather hard to make sense of what he was saying, and what I could make sense of, it seems that he was convinced that a particular antagonistic party in his life was going to kill him.
Can
Did he
you
mention
say who?
Yeah, did he mention who?
First time that he came to me, I couldn't quite believe it. It sounded all so outlandish, but over time, it was very clear that his delusions were not delusions at all. But Jason Montgomery Cole, CEO of Monarch Enterprises.
Yep, that's about what we figured.
Makes me wonder, though.
Does it?
Jason turned up dead.
Yes.
You don't think it was self-defense, do you?
It is entirely possible that it may have been. Mr. Roberts very clearly feared for his life. He seemed ready to defend it. He was just afraid to.
Aiko's putting pieces together in her head. And she is going to ask one more very important question. He seemed ready to defend his life. That means he was not suicidal?
When Joey Roberts first came to me, my answer would be very different. But after quite a bit of work, I can say with confidence that during the time of our very last meeting, Joey Roberts was not suicidal.
I know why Liam lied to us. She's looking
Jared.
at Angel. And then at
Jared
Marcy,
is
and then at
also-
Jared.
Yeah. The tension in the air is palpable.
I think I know exactly what's going on here. She is going to stand and look at Gunther and say, is there anything else you can think of off the top of your head that might be helpful?
He mentioned having a friend, a very good friend of his. Well, good friend is a funny word. They seemed at odds. A friend that was going to help him get out of the city. They had been planning it for weeks, I think.
A name.
I think Angel's gonna kind of sigh a little bit, and she's gonna be like, "I'm gonna take a wild guess before you say this name. Did it happen to be Liam?"
Right, Liam Spade. Yes.
Ah, of course it was. Gunther, thank you so much. You have answered all of our questions.
I'm very glad to have helped. I feel as if I'm missing something.
We can give you context when this is all dealt with, but just know that you
pat
have
him on
been
the shoulder. Oh, sorry.
I just know that you've been a major help in solving a very big problem.
I'm glad to be of help. Oh, and if you ever should require my services for any reason, the first session is always, always, always free, and you may have my number. And he is kind of like pulling his sweater forward a little bit because he has to like reach to his shirt pocket. And he's pulling out these cute little business cards. They're very professional, and they have his little face on them.
Aw. Wait, he put his face on his business cards?
Yes. Like, it has, like his name and, like, a little icon of his face. It's like, it's a little portrait.
Aw, it's cute.
That is cute. I like that.
Aiko takes one and is just like, thank you very much. I might consider that.
Of course. And Jared. And Jared has put down the little stim toy that he was messing with, and he looks up. Don't forget. And Jared nods, and he's like, right. Monday at 4. And Jared is leading the update.
Aiko is following along, and she looks so annoyed and troubled just all at once. Like, I think we've been played for fools.
And I think you're right.
Sure fucking feels that way.
The only problem is, as mad as I am about being played, I can see why he did what he did. The alternative was going to be letting Mr. Roberts take the fall. So instead, he's planted evidence to convict an old enemy instead.
Then that means Joey, he's
He's alive, and he's lied to people. People that cared about him. I don't care how this all needed to play out. He could have done that way, way more gently. Hell, he didn't even have to lie.
But Aiko,
Yes.
is there anywhere in Mr. Spade's office that we haven't looked?
Not that I know of, but there could always be something else.
What, you think he had a secret compartment or something?
Wasn't there a door in his office?
I think we should head down there. Whether to check that out, or to see if by some stroke of luck he's there now.
We'll catch him.
But first things
And-
first. I think Miss Lillian deserves to know what we've found.
Jared perks up at that. He's like, Miss Lillian, the librarian?
Yeah,
Yeah, apparently Joey was staying with her for a while. Surprise, surprise. Small world after all.
they were friends. And she was heartbroken to find out about that news. That news that isn't even true.
What should we do first?
Liam's.
Right.
Maybe
Liam's.
after that, Angel, maybe you could call Lillian. Maybe we could stop by for company again tonight.
Oh, of course. I don't think she'd have any issues with that. And then she walks up to Aiko and Marcy, and she grabs Marcy by the arm because that's where she can reach, and she grabs Aiko by the shoulder because that's where she can reach. And she looks at both of them and she's like, "And if Spade is there, remember, we want him alive. Okay?"
Yeah, alive. Not unharmed. And she's going for the elevator, or going for the stairs. No, go for the elevator. This one has an elevator. That's right.
Yeah.
Just making sure that's clear.
All right. Y'all are on your way back. Spade's old office. You get there without incident.
Aiko's checking the door to see if it's unlocked or not.
The front door or the door in Liam's office?
Front door.
Well, y'all were in there earlier, so it would still be unlocked.
Okay.
I can't believe he missed a whole ass door in Liam's office,
I mentioned it in the very first session.
which was
We're-
7 sessions ago.
Look, it's not my fault y'all didn't remember the little teeny tiny details.
God damn. Anyway, we're going to that door. But yes, Aiko will try that door next.
Yeah.
It is locked.
OMG, good thing Aiko knows how to lockpick. This roll better succeed.
If it doesn't, Marcy can just kick it over. Open.
If it doesn't, Marcy has 10d6,
Good lord.
which are very persuasive.
Well, use those 10d6 now because Aiko can't get it open.
Hang on. Actually, okay. This is a very heavy moment. Aiko, I'm going to give you this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Wait,
As you begin, God damn, what is it? What is it?
Nothing. Sorry. Continue.
No, go ahead.
We were just reacting.
Yeah, I'm just reacting. That's literally all. I'm just like, oh no.
Sorry. Okay. As you begin to open the door, it feels like something is pushing back against you.
Aiko's gonna look at Marcy. Like, it's hard to open?
It is as if there is literally something or someone forcing the door closed from the other side.
He's gonna look at Marcy. Just, Marcy, help me push this open.
All right. Marcy immediately steps up to the door and puts her hand on the edge and gives it a good shove. And if it doesn't immediately open, she will add her other hand, and I will roll strength.
The door swings open, and someone tumbles to the ground on the other side.
Ooh.
God, my heart is pounding right now. It is a man. A middle-aged man. You recognize him from some photos in Jason's office. And he's blonde, has a tattoo under one eye, and he is sprawled out on the floor, looking very, very dazed.
Angel's gonna. Did Angel show the pictures to anybody else?
Yeah, would anyone recognize this?
Yeah, because I know that Angel looked at the pictures, and I know she showed the letter to Jared and then everybody else, but I don't think she showed the pictures to anybody else.
But do you remember the description that Maverick gave y'all?
Yeah.
An older
No.
man, fat, blonde.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
That tracks.
This
Yeah,
guy
Aiko's-
sure does fit the bill, doesn't he?
Yeah, Aiko's looking, and she's like, and even without that, she's put context clues together enough to like make a guess. Just like, oh my god, you are alive.
And Angel peeks in and she looks at him and she's like, oh boy, Miss Lillian is going to be over the moon.
This man, he looks up, and you actually realize very quickly that he seems to be drunk. He's like, Miss Lillian.
Yeah, she thought you were dead. Well, she thought you'd just disappeared, and then she thought you were dead. Quite a few people think you're dead, actually.
This man, like, he obviously very drunkenly, like, very shakily, kind of just, like, lifts himself up onto his arms. He's like, think I'm what?
They think you're dead. Liam Spade has told people that you are dead.
No, no, Spade's, how'd y'all get in here?
We picked the lock.
Oh. Jared, this whole time, has been staring silently. And Joey is actually going to look up at him, and he's gonna, like, squint, and he's like, oh, shit. Jared looks pissed, but also like he's about to cry.
Aiko is gonna look at Jared and look at Joey and just kind of. She knows this is a bad idea because Joey's drunk right now, but she needs this answer for Jared's sake immediately. Just. Do you know who this boy is to you?
And Joey has to think, and like he's rubbing his face, and he's like, he's shit. He was Jason's right hand man.
But do you know who he is to you?
No.
Oh God, he kept it from both of you.
Angel's gonna. She's not gonna. No, don't worry. She's not gonna say anything. She's gonna step up next to Joey and she's gonna gently put like a hand on his shoulder and be like, "Let's get you sobered up, and we should head over to Lillian's. She will want to see you as soon as you can stand on your own 2 feet." And she looks
Jared
at. She
is.
looks at.
Oh,
Ooh.
Jared is actually going to interrupt, and he is going to not shove past Angel, but like kind of just like, you know, he doesn't push. He's just kind of like takes her place from where she's standing, and he looks down at Joey, and he's like, "What does the name Molly mean to you?" And Joey stops, and he looks up at Jared. It's like, shit, Molly was. And the pieces fall in place. He's like, she was pregnant, and I'm her son. I'm your son. And Joey looks like he has been hit in the gut. Also, quick note, we are going over the scheduled time. Are we okay to keep going?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Jared just shakes his head at Joey. Like, Jared almost looks disgusted, and he is walking out of the office, and he is walking out of the building. And Joey is just sitting with his head in his hands.
Aiko is like, hey. And she is going to go after Jared.
Marcy and Angel, you are still with Joey.
Oh,
Angel's
boy.
gonna help Joey up to his feet. And she's once again going to repeat, we should get you sober. And we're gonna take you over to Miss Lily. You remember Lillian, right?
Of course I do. She's... who are y'all?
Oh, I didn't introduce myself. Hi, I'm Angel. It's nice to finally meet you. I'm, unfortunately, one of Jason's ex-girlfriends and one of Lily's friends.
And Joey is going to look at Marcy, and he's gonna kind of like sniff and just like rub his face, and he's like, "All right, and who's the shit brick house?"
I'm a friend of Angel, and the other one, we've been, wouldn't say looking for you specifically, not until recently. She like gives Angel like a look, like, are we telling him we were working for Spade?
Nope,
Because Angel definitely did not mention that.
I'm not telling him. I don't want to tell him right now. I'll tell him
Yeah,
whenever he's sober.
y'all don't have to tell him because he's going to ask a friend. He's like, wait, no. Where's Spade? He said I ain't supposed to let nobody back here.
Spade is a two-timing goddamn piece of shit who I am going to beat the hell out of if Aiko and Marcy don't first, which they probably will.
Yeah.
And let's just say he's working for the police again.
Yeah.
But I thought he hated the cops.
So did we.
So did we.
I need something to drink.
Can Marcy like glance into the room behind him?
She can.
What's it looking like in there?
Messy. Like, there's a cot, and there is a sink, and there is a wastebasket that has obviously been used as a sick bin very recently. It's a mess in there.
Yeesh. She kind of like, ugh. Not verbally, but you could see her like
So,
half full of face.
while Angel and Marcy are helping Joey's drunk ass stumble through the building, Jared and Aiko, they're outside. Jared is sitting on the hood of his car, and he looks angry. Very, very angry, like enraged, like stone-faced fury.
Aiko's gonna go up to him like, hey. What? Jared, what? And she looks almost confused. Like, she wants to understand why he's angry. Because, like, she knows there's reasons, but she wants to know what has got him this mad.
Jared shakes his head and just looks away and he's like, can't. The first time I meet him as my father, and it's as a stumbling drunk bastard.
She saddens. Like, I mean, a part of her can't blame Joey because clearly he's living and hiding in a hole in the wall after presumably having killed someone who he probably maybe cared about. At least that's how she got a hold of the situation and whatnot, but she does sigh, just. Yeah. You deserve better than that.
Mr. Cole knew him. He knew my her. He, I feel horrible for being angry at him. I mean, he's dead. I can't be angry at a dead person, and he was. As much as I suffered, I had a father all this time. And before a few months ago, he didn't even know my name.
You have every right to be mad. It doesn't change the damage he caused, but even post-mortem, he deserves it. Still, it... You deserve the time to be angry and grieve. You deserve to let yourself be upset. I guess I always try to look on the bright side, as bleak as things are. Stumbling drunk or not, that man is your dad. And think about how many people we've met that really care about him. I mean, I've seen people wail and sob over thinking the man in there was dead. He was clearly someone worth loving. Maybe he'll want to prove that to you. Maybe you can make up for lost time?
How can we make up for lost time when he killed somebody?
We have every reason to believe it was self-defense.
You think that's going to hold up? Some drunk janitor killed the world's richest CEO in self-defense. Nobody's going to believe that.
Then maybe we should do a better job at what Liam promised he'd do. And get him the hell out of here.
But there still has to be a suspect.
The guy Liam's pegged used to be a criminal. Used to run a gang, from what I hear. It's cruel to say, but I have no qualms about that innocent man getting put under the bus.
What do we do in the meantime?
We'll have to figure it out. We should probably maybe save that for tomorrow. Just maybe tonight. We sober up Mr. Roberts, hear his side of things, get all of us some dinner.
Okay.
There's gonna be a lot of big questions to ask tomorrow, so tonight I think everyone should, just like him, sober up a little.
You know, for once in my life, I think sober sounds like the worst thing in the world right now. All right, this seems like a good time for Joey to come stumbling out.
Oh boy.
Well, Angel's going to be holding on to him. She's probably going to end up taking him in her car.
Probably a good idea.
I'm shocked that Angel has been able to carry him because Joey's heavy. He's like 275.
I'd imagine Marcy is probably helping.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I
Another-
mean, but she's leading him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Marcy will help
Jared-
him to Angel's car. Oh, we're not doing that yet.
Nope, you are. Jared is watching this go down, and he doesn't make a move to go talk to Joey. He's just watching as he gets into his car.
Hey, Jared.
Well, Angel's going to...
Nope, Angel first.
I was just gonna say Angel's gonna get Joey into her car and she's gonna start it and she's gonna text Lillian really quick and ask if it's okay if they come over for dinner. And be like, we have an extra person with us. No, actually, she's not going to say that. She's like, we have some news for you.
So Lillian is old-fashioned. She's going to see that she gets a text, and she's going to call. Because this woman can't text. She's in her fucking 50s.
Well, then Angel's going to make sure that Joey cannot be heard because she wants it to be a surprise. However,
This
surprise
is the
that will
worst
be.
surprise in the world.
Correct. She's not very good at surprises, but she's going to make sure that Joey can't be heard, and she's going to be like, "Hey, honey, is it all right if me and the girls stop by?" Oh, and Jared. Do you remember Jared? We mentioned him. I don't know if you two got in contact.
We did. We talked on the phone some last night. How many mouths am I feeding?
Uh, 1, 2, 4 and a half? She kind of looks back at Joey like, we have some news for you.
Oh, what? All right. I hope it's good news. I'll see you soon, Miss Angel.
All right. Thanks, honey. See you soon.
All right. So, do we want to leave off here? Or do we want to maybe, like, go another 45 minutes or so as, like... Do y'all want to make this, like, a 3-hour session? It is
Sure.
completely up to y'all and what you feel like you can handle.
See, I'm torn, because on the one hand, I'm hungry and want dinner. On the other hand, more Joey. More Joey, immediately. In my mouth, I eat it.
Let's get some more votes.
I don't want to go all the way to the next hour. If it's gonna last that long, I'd rather put it off till later. If it was more like, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, that would be more doable.
We might be able to hit 30 minutes. We might be able to. Let's shoot for like 7:45 my time. Is that okay with everyone?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that.
Are you
y'all
you
sure?
sound hesitant. You sound hesitant. We can save this for the beginning of next session. I am officially voting for that.
You guys are being very accommodating for mild shifts in tone.
Yeah, listen. As another DM, you gotta pay attention to that shit.
Okay.
Yes.
I am a little tired.
Alright, I will stop recording.